TV right here in beautiful Harlingen, Texas, celebrating the 15-year anniversary of La Playa Mexican Restaurant. How are you, Elizabeth?
Fine, how are you? Happy to have you here, Lorena.
Thank you. I have my beautiful Elizabeth Trevino that we have been friends forever and ever. Elizabeth Trevino took the time to come here to Harlingen, Texas and make a difference. Elizabeth, tell me a little bit about Elizabeth right here in Harlingen, Texas.
Well, as you know, I was born and raised in Mexico. And then when I came here, I had the beautiful experience about people being so very nice, and I loved it. So Harlingen, Texas has been a lot for me. It means a lot to me. People are being so good to this restaurant that is just amazing me how people react for the things that I have brought, and I'm still working on it, and I'm gonna be working the whole time to bring something new for Harlingen.
Now, I understand, Elizabeth, that you have been in the restaurant industry practically all your life, correct?
Yeah, well, actually, I grew up with my grandmother having a restaurant, and my mom also, so yes, this has been like history.
It's been a history. Not only that, now your sons are also in the business, correct?
Yeah, very proud of them, actually. That's the reason why I am here in the restaurant business, because of them. They actually put a lot of effort, and I learned a lot from them, and they learn a lot from the restaurant business, and they are very successful people, and it's something that I'm very proud of.
In the restaurant industry, it happens to be one of the toughest business ever because of the customer service, the consistency and the persistency in the food. And one thing that I've experienced yesterday right here in Harlingen, Texas, was that everybody had something wonderful to say about the food and obviously about the margaritas. Can you tell me a little bit about the secret behind the margaritas?
It's a very nice one, actually. When we started the restaurant business, my son and I, the oldest one, Israel, started giving the samples of the margaritas, and then we practiced that until we got it right. And it was like about 25 or 30 times trying to get it right. One of the things was because I didn't drink margaritas before, but I love them now. And then one of the things that I got results, and I knew that it was going to be the best recipe, is because they didn't give me a headache, and I didn't get the feeling, the acid stuff, and my stomach was okay. So I told my son, this is it.
This is the recipe. And the reason why I say that and bring it right here in this interview is because everybody yesterday, celebrating the 15-year anniversary right here at Harlingen, Texas, had something to say about the margaritas. I saw margaritas flying out of your bar. I mean, you must have served over 1,000 margaritas, because it was like, it was the hit in the fajitas. So tell me a little bit about your recipe about the fajitas, because everyone knows that the fajitas is the key to a good Mexican restaurant.
Amen.
What is the key to your fajitas?
Okay, well, trying to practice also in getting the best recipe for the fajitas was the same thing. But the key, the wonderful key, and we know that, we serve the best fajitas in the market. We don't go low. We always have the best fajitas, and that's the reason why we have some awards. Every year it's awards for margaritas and fajitas.
Margaritas and fajitas. So I highly recommend everyone that wants to experience something different, it is worth the drive from San Antonio, Texas to come to Harlingen and try just the margaritas and the fajitas, because they were absolutely fabulous. Okay, Elizabeth, so I know, because I've personally been in the restaurant industry for many years, and that's how you and I have met. We have been friends for over 30 years, and I know that a lot goes on. The toughest business in the restaurant is always the customer service and the persistency. When people walk into a restaurant, they come in because of the recipe, they come in because of the ambience, the atmosphere, but nobody really knows what's behind the kitchen door. Elizabeth, I want you to share with the world what is behind La Playa's kitchen door right here in Harlingen, Texas.
One of the things that I really have to thank God also, I had a wonderful team in the kitchen. They are really, like I always say, we need to cook with love. If it's coming from your heart, it's one of the main things that it happens here in La Playa. And I'm telling you that also being very honest about it. We also have a very good team with the servers to give the best service. And also they are a team, including the managers. So this is absolutely a blessing.
So it is about the love and the passion and the hand that prepares the food. Mm-hmm. Because I went in your behind your kitchen, and it was just so wonderful of the organization that everybody had, and it's just amazing because Elizabeth yesterday served probably over 1,000 people with the celebration. It was very nice to see everybody come back here after COVID-19 and being able to come and enjoy. And I know that Elizabeth has gone a step forward just on sanitation, cleaning, and making sure that all the employees here at La Playa still wear their masks, still follow the protocol, and that's wonderful because you as a client, when you walk in here, it makes you feel comfortable. It makes you feel like the food is going to be well prepared. But I was very amazed of the organization that you have back there in your kitchen. And I'm speaking as a restaurant owner because I know and I understand the restaurant industry because I was in it for over 20 years. But Elizabeth, what is the key to always see a successful woman, a beautiful woman, always walking with the challenge and always making a dream come true? What is the key to your success?
That's a good word to say, challenge. I love to have challenge. And I love actually to bring new stuff for this restaurant because I do travel with that purpose. I travel in Mexico, all over Mexico, and I always bring the best recipes I can and make them even better with the taste that Harlingen is looking for. And I'm proud of it. And it's one of the secrets I always tell my team in the kitchen is cook with love. Cook like you're cooking for your family. Cook like you really know what you're doing. And consistency, it's the main thing also.
One thing that I noticed about Elizabeth Trevino is that now she has made Harlingen, Texas her home, and now I understand why. Because I took that drive of 4 hours to come here to celebrate my beautiful friend. But when I walked in here in this restaurant, everybody welcomed me with so much love, joy, and they were so excited to meet me because Elizabeth had told them my best friend's coming up from San Antonio. But what I most appreciated was the value of just the love that everyone just totally value you, Elizabeth. They value you, they treasure you. I mean, from the mariachis that you had, the cake, all the wait staff, your management here, the customers. I mean, you couldn't get enough photos, you couldn't get enough hugs and kisses, and it was just a beautiful feeling. It was La Familia. It was La Familia welcoming me right here. And you know what was so nice? It was so nice because when they saw me, they welcomed me and they accepted me, and it was like we felt like we knew them. I was like they knew me all my life. That was a beautiful feeling.
That's a wonderful. I'll tell you that before I made that comment that actually the first time I came over and told my kids, I say, please take me to see how I'm gonna feel like to be in Harlingen. And it did surprise me, but I'm telling you what, Harlingen is very blessed, very blessed. Beautiful people, beautiful families. It's a traditional thing, I mean, you feel it.
It is.
Did you feel that?
Absolutely, it is a traditional thing. Elizabeth, what advice would you give everybody out there that is a dreamer, that wants to open a restaurant, that dreams to open a restaurant? What advice would you give them coming from a woman like you?
Well, to start with, I think you have to have that passion. if you don't have that, and the pleasure of doing what you're doing, because you don't have that. I mean, anything actually, not just restaurant, you're not gonna make it real. But when you have that passion and you enjoy what you're doing, and when you see people happy about what you do, what you serve, the service that we have, that makes a big difference. So I would say, and it takes a lot, believe me. It's not about cooking, it's not about serving, it's about everything, even though behind the office.
Behind the kitchen door, behind the office, everything. So your advice would be move forward.
Yeah, work for it.
And
whatever you want to, be passionate about it and love what you're doing.
One thing that I can tell you that I most admire about Elizabeth is that not only that she's a great mother, a great grandmother, and a beautiful friend, she is a great leader. And what I most love about Elizabeth Trevino is the love that she gives to everyone that surrounds her. Elizabeth's biggest concern has always been to help everyone that surrounds her. And what is so beautiful, and I have to say it right here in front of camera, it was that everyone that came up to me yesterday and spoke to me, they told me about how much Elizabeth has done for the community, how much Elizabeth has gone out of her way to make sure that she provides jobs for all the people that have always been through her entire legacy. And I have got to say, Elizabeth, we are so proud of you.
Thank you.
What a beautiful joy, a privilege, and an honor to be your friend. Thank you so much, amiga, for always bringing me, making me a part of your life. I am your friend, and you know that I love you because of your heart. I see you travel the world. We have traveled in many, many places, but most of all, Elizabeth, we have always been together because we understand each other. We have that beautiful connection with each other.
Thank you.
And I also have to remember that Elizabeth is just not Elizabeth Trevino. One thing that I want everyone to know also is that Elizabeth Trevino, not only has she made a difference right here in Harlingen, Texas, she was also named La Reina Linda in 2016 for a very important cause, and that was for education on our children. Tell us a little bit about that beautiful year, Elizabeth, because that's when I really saw you shine better. It's like every time I turn around and I see Elizabeth Trevino, she shines. But that particular year, you did something very special for the entire community of San Antonio, Texas. Tell us a little bit about you being the Reina Linda.
Yeah, it's just not about the title, Lorena. It's about, the privilege to help people, especially the students. And that's why, to me, it was a privilege, and it was a totally beautiful experience. And giving for people, it's a beautiful experience. I want to continue doing that here in Harlingen, Texas. So education is very important for young generations. So I always was worried about my kids graduate from college. So I worked so hard for it, and I'm very proud of what I had, because actually they did graduate from college, and it was something that I always wanted to work as a single mom. So right now, in 2016, we worked for a year trying to get some money to help some students to go to college.
To go to college. What a beautiful feeling it is, Elizabeth, to say, what a joy it is to see our children graduate from college.
Beautiful.
And obviously, education has always been heavy on your heart. Education still is heavy to help everybody right here that works at La Playa, because I've seen all the love that you give to your employees that have been here for 15 years. They helped you build the name of La Playa Mexican Restaurant right here in Harlingen, Texas. And that's what I call love. That's what I call commitment. Elizabeth Trevino is that beautiful woman. She's the woman that gives love and inspires everyone that surrounds her. Elizabeth, any other message for everyone that's watching you?
Well, we call here more than a restaurant business, it's family business. Everybody that works here gives a lot to make this restaurant successful. So I want to thank you for all my workers that I have, especially the managers. They're beautiful people, and I want to see them being successful also.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you for everything that you have done. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
And I mean, I'm just like so full of joy for you in just watching everything that you're doing. So I highly recommend everyone to take that drive to come right here at beautiful Harlingen, Texas, because it is beautiful, it is nice, everybody is welcoming, and I want to thank everyone from the bottom of my heart, everyone that helped Elizabeth, that has supported Elizabeth and putting Elizabeth where Elizabeth is at. Because the only thing that Elizabeth is doing is she's contributing more and more jobs opportunity for our beautiful community right here in Harlingen, Texas. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. And thank you so much to everyone that is watching Bonita TV. Thank you for all your support.
Thank you, Harlingen.
Hasta la vista. I want to take a moment after interviewing my beautiful friend Elizabeth Trevino to say thank you. Thank you, Elizabeth, for being the friend that you are. Elizabeth and myself, we have been friends for over 35 years. She was my very first friend when I first moved to San Antonio, Texas 35 years ago. She happens to be that friend that has always taken me under her wing and has always accepted me just the way I am. What is a friend? What is a friendship? A friend is someone that loves you for who you are and never sees any wrong in you and always helps you make your dreams come true. One thing that I have learned about Elizabeth Trevino is that she has been an amazing mother, grandmother, but an amazing leader, passionate about what she does. Her love and her joy is the restaurant industry. And I've got to say, I take my hat off for her because being right here in Harlingen, Texas, I just get the chills from the love, the joy that she had brought into this beautiful city. And most of all, how everybody respects her because of everything that she is doing for so many people. Thank you, Elizabeth, for being my friend, for being that unconditional friend of doing everything I always ask you to help me with without ever asking for anything in return. That is a beautiful friend, and that is my beautiful Elizabeth Trevino. Thank you. Te quiero, amiga. Y mucha suerte y muchas bendiciones. Te amo.